guys, I want to share with you my rusty fabric reveal. So in here is an enamel bowl, and what I've done is gone through my cupboards and discovered that at some point I decided I was going to make some pickles and chutneys, and I brought a selection of cider vinegar. Well, the cider vinegar has been sitting in my cupboard for a wee while. Expired in 2015. That'll give you an idea when I gave up making my chutneys and pickles. I now make jellies and jams instead. But moving on from there, rather than waste the cider vinegar, it's got inside here. To begin with, I did decide to put this on the hob and give it a quick boil. To be honest with you, the cider vinegar really was very potent with a little bit of the water, and the decision was made that to take this enamel pot outside into the garden and just let nature take its course. So let's go inside. So bear in mind, this is approximately 48 hours, 1 hour on the hob and the rest of it outside in the all weathers, so to speak. So what we've got in here, I've got my gloves on because, as I said, it really is a disgusting concept. I'm just going to place this here. I've got a plastic bag, that's ready for the fabric. Now, I put in all sorts of bibs and bobs. I put in lace, and as you can see, now this lace only went in for the last couple of hours, so it has started to do its stuff wonderfully well. And I want to just bring it out a little as we go through, but we've got all types of styles of fabric, some a lot thicker than others. This is wrapped round a tent peg, and you can see that it is been predominantly just sitting there in its vat of vinegar, nothing more exciting. And this one didn't get a chance to go and get boiled. This was just wrapped up, you know, prior to everything being hot, and it's pretty yucky and disgusting. My intention is that once this is all dry, probably going to rinse it all out with some form of warm water. Never given it a go, so I have no idea if I'm going to wash out. I don't think you can wash the rust out, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, it will take a little bit more of the colour out, but you're just looking for all types of lovely, warm, rusty colours. I don't know why it appeals so currently. Oh, I'll put some of this scrim in, and it looks to me, hasn't really been, it's obviously done a lot. It's gone more of a black or grey rather than, I didn't wrap it in anything in particular rust-wise, and you can see where I've just popped it in. So it's very interesting, but I was hoping for a little bit of rusty orange, so I'm going to have to work that round maybe a tent peg or a weight. And there's just another weight here, and different styles of linen. I've used some of the linen in my books. I've just taken some of it out, and thus leaving me with all sorts of odds and ends. And I mean, these weights are just amazing. It's a shame that I left them out to get rusty in the first place. They weren't rusty when I first purchased them. But like everything else, what do you do with them? They go out in the garden. I've got rid of the scales, and then it dawned on me that these would be just amazing for making lovely rust images. I've also made taken some templates from these guys and used some sculpture foam, heated it up, and taken embossed impressions and done printing with these. So there's been more to it than just meets the eye. Back to a sticky old tent peg. Ew. Just look at the coloration. That is just what I was hoping for, predominantly all over it. But obviously it is a bit of hit and miss. Nothing is guaranteed. And I suppose that's the nicety of it all, is the unevenness, the unexpected results. When you get a beautiful result, you're really quite pleased, and when it hasn't completely turned out the way you wanted it, you either go back and redo it again. I mean, I was impatient. I was expecting some form of coloration within 5 minutes, I think, of putting it all together. But I suppose everything improves with age. It's like a bit of a vat or a jelly, or pickles or chutneys. I mean, just look at that. That is going to come out lovely. And then you've just got areas here that are not as much affected. And this I will try and stitch into later. But I think it is a matter of reapplying in the vat and going through this process again and again. I mean, it's not costing me anything by putting it out in the back garden. The weather we've had some rain, that just adds a little, dilutes this just a little bit more, but it's had, a few bottles of cider vinegar added to it. I've also just got these safety pins that I've just thrown in, and who knows where they're going. Obviously the pot is not going to be used again for cooking. That is something I made the decision. It has been superseded with a brand new spanking stainless steel pot. I mean, I just love it because it's retro and it's got these bright orange flowers around the outside edge, 60s or 70s, but for the moment it's kind of surplus to requirement. It would have been something I would have made all my pickles and chutneys in. And just look at that. So there you go, you can see how we're going with this. Don't wish to bore you any more than I probably already have, but you can see this is just literally linen, cider vinegar, and just a matter of time. Some weights of my own. Look at that, isn't that raucous? That's pretty awesome. I mean, these weights are slowly deteriorating because they're now sitting in a vat of vinegar, which is eating away at them. Now that is quite a stunning result. I like that a lot. So you can see what I'm trying to aim for. And there's a lot of weights here. Right, this is the very last one. So it's as simple as that. Nothing more strenuous is required. You do not need to boil it on the hob. You can just go outside and let nature take its course. Make sure it's out of harm's way for avoiding animals and children if you want the safety note. But apart from that, just allow it to sit and you can see the results that I'm getting. And I look forward to doing some sewing and making some wonderful journal covers and making some journaling tags. Well guys, I'll catch up with you later. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Bye bye for now. Take care. Bye.